Hi, my name's Megan.
Hi guys, it's Megan.
And I am a filmmaker, a writer, and an actress based in the East Tennessee area. And, you know, we all like to put labels on a lot of things. I'm a lot of things. I do a lot of things. I got a lot of hands and a lot of pots.
What I'm trying to say is that I'm awkward and I make skits to try to feel less awkward, but in the process I make myself look more awkward.
But I've been on the internet for a really long time.
We'll be talking about pop sensations like Justin Bieber, Nicki Minaj, Kim Kardashian. Why are you shaking your head? Well, if she doesn't sing, what does she do? Do any of them do anything? Then why?
And all I've ever wanted to do was create. When I was a kid, I wanted to be an artist. Like, I wanted to draw and paint, and then I wanted to be a dancer when I started taking dance classes, and then I wanted to be like a pop star singer. And then we got this flyer one day, you know, like at the end of your class in elementary school, you get these papers that your teacher sends home with you to, like, for your parents to sign or for like homework or whatever. And there was a flyer in there advertising for a school play, like audition. And I would have been the youngest age group going in to audition for this play. And so my family was like, you can do it, like, we support you, but also, you know, you're the youngest grade going into this. There's going to be older kids with more talent, and so don't expect to get the role that you want. And I was like, not only do I want the role I want, but the role I want is the lead. And I'm going to get it. And they were like, okay, well, stay humble. And I did not stay humble, but I did get the lead role. So after that, they really couldn't say much to me. And after that, I really caught the entertaining bug, the acting bug. Like, I thought I wanted to be a singer before, but like now I want to be an actress. I want to be in movies. I loved watching the artistic representation of human emotion. I've always been very interested in that. And, you know, as I grew up and I kept wanting to act, and I was in different plays and musicals, and I kept the entertainment bug. There's a lot of lessons I learned through that, you know, lessons through students, lessons through teachers, good and bad on both sides. I'm really thankful for that experience that I had overall, because it taught me resilience, and it taught me not to give up, and it taught me that not everybody knows what's best for you, especially in like your career field. Like, sometimes it's up to you to know what's best for you. And I'm just really thankful for that time period in my life. So as I go through high school and I finish up my time in theater and learn those really hard and heavy lessons at times, I realized I wanted a community within that creative space too. And I actually found a talent agency that I started working with. I was very young. I was like 18 when I signed, and I was almost 20 when I got out of my contract. And, you know, you're very young. You don't always know what that's going to entail. But I did make a lot of really cool contacts and really, really cool people that led me down some really fun rabbit holes.
We're gonna play a game, and you two are it.
Why are you doing this to us?
You let us in, and I like to watch people bleed.
You let her go.
Send me to my son.
My pleasure.
Are you okay?
How'd you know?
With PI. Are you kidding me? Rabbit holes of creativity and expression and showing me how to do a lot with very few items, very few, things in general. Like, you can tell a whole story in one room with almost like 2 chairs, And Matthew, I knew you before you became what you are today.
What are you talking about?
We were to be married. It went against thousands of years of tradition. I was a witch.
And I was the omen.
You do realize if you stayed, and she still didn't get help, the end result would be the same.
I was supposed to marry her. She died hating me.
I don't believe that.
I believe it.
If she were still alive, would you do anything differently?
Of course, I'd do everything differently.
Useless.
Again, without help, the end result would be the same.
That always amazed me, the range that you could tell a story and express just humanity so simply, but also, get such a deep message across in some of this,
I really wish you wouldn't do that.
Sorry, Dad. You know how stressed out my sisters make me feel.
Well, there's only a couple times a year that ask for us to get together, and that's Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, and my birthday.
I know. We don't have anything in common anymore. I mean, Whitney's always online looking for likes and subscribers. And Lauren, she's gotten so high and mighty with her new fancy job.
But you're my rock star. And you know your sisters love you.
I know. I love them too. As for being a rock star, I'm not sure if it counts if no one listens to your music.
I listen to your music all the time.
Well, thanks, Dad.
I'm your #1 fan. Are you coming to my party?
Yeah. I'll be there in a minute.
I'm good. Good.
Thanks for coming to see me.
I'll see you later.
Do not smoke that in Dad's house.
Are we really gonna do this?
Are we?
Lauren, I didn't come here for this.
Oh, and she loves to laugh, even at your dumb jokes.
Is the cheesiest thing I could think of. You've heard it before. Did it hurt? When you fell from heaven?
I think that she might like you more than you realize.
Take Ryan to be your life.
In sickness and in health, I say. Have you ever actually thought about what that means? It means no matter how tough things get, you stick with each other.
So I really had a passion for it for a really long time, and I started to go to college for it, and I started making my own films, and I started submitting things to like my friend's film festival that he had started. And
How many glasses of wine do you have today?
See, this is why I didn't tell you.
What? That you think we've been living the same day over and over again? Don't you think it's a little dramatic, Annie?
I'm not crazy! I think you need to go to bed. I wish I could.
I wish you would.
Fine.
First aid kit's never supposed to be.
Shelby? 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 Are you okay? Shelby? It's all my fault. It's all my fault.
and things were going, like, seemed to be going really well in 2019. Because we all know the foreshadowing there. So I was also about to get married. You know, things were going great for me in my career. It was really popping off. And then, boom, I get married. My husband and I move to a whole other state, and COVID happens. And for those 2 years, I really wasn't sure, because he also was in a job at the time where he just wasn't home a lot, and I was home alone a lot at the time, and far away from everyone at the time. And that had a lot of lessons as well, good and bad, as life does throw at you. But I really had to question, is this something I want to do for the rest of my life?
I'm not providing a service, except for entertainment. Is that a service? Is acting a job? God, I hope so, because I'm gonna try to make a living off of it. Yeah.
My life is entertain other people, is tell my story, and how do I want to tell my story, and what parts of my story do I want to tell, and how much are they allowed to know, the audience, about me and my life. How much should I share? But I realized that my art is my art, and that is also my expression of my feelings and my world and the things that have happened to me. And there's a film I actually created with a friend of mine I met in film school. He helped me create this film, Mirror. And in Mirror, it was a film about how after you've been through hardship and other people making you feel bad, or maybe even abusing you mentally, physically, what have you, once they leave your life and you have this open space and you are alone and you realize, depending on the relationship and how bad it was, that other people aren't going to be comfortable in your space, and so they create space from you. And, you know, kind of how you start to abuse yourself because nobody is there to give you what you're familiar with, which is the abuse.
I'm so gross. No wonder no one wants to talk to me. Stop saying that. You're not gross. Look at me.
Well, yeah, when you act like that, you're not so pretty.
I'm so sick of this. Everyone pretends to care, and then when you really need them, they're gone.
You don't need them. You can take care of yourself.
And there's no support sometimes from your friends and family, and it's not always even their fault, because sometimes it's hard to walk someone through trauma in that way. it's hard to stand in that, especially if you don't have a lot of experience with it yourself. My film Mirror depicts this kind of reality and the monster that it can create inside of you or outside of you, you know, from that kind of energy. This film is very near and dear to my heart. This is my baby. It was many years before I realized that I even wanted to put it out anywhere. Like I said, I made it in 2019, and just now, this year, have decided to send it into the festival circuit. So, like 4 years later, right? 4 years later, I make the decision to put this out into the world. And so far, we've actually won an award. It's been accepted into 5 out of like the 10 or so festivals I've submitted it to. That's exciting and nerve-wracking, and something that I think I've made that hard decision on officially, right? I didn't know what I wanted to do in 2020 or 2021 or really even last year. I just wasn't sure if that's the route I wanted to go back to. But that's the route we're going on. So thank you so much for watching this all the way through, if you have, and thank you so much for supporting me if that's what you're here to do. I really just appreciate every aspect of that, and I'm excited to see where the future of this channel goes. I'm excited to see what kind of stories that you all get to experience from my weird brain. Lovely weird.
Yeah, buckaroo, yeah. I'm gonna go now. Okay, thanks for spending this amount of time on me. Bye.
Let's see where the future takes us.